how we can use this personally in our day-to-day life, what type of products she has and how she uses them and how other people have used them and benefit from them. So if you have usage questions, it's a great opportunity for you guys to learn more about specific products and how they work and how they directly correlate to some of the afflictions or things or obstacles you have going on. Okay? So take it away.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
RxMaryJade, Jade, as you can call me. So my journey began, I always smoked. I smoked since I was 15 years old. And I stopped once I was in my early 20s because I wanted to lose weight. I thought that I needed to stop drinking. I need no carbs, no sugar, and no cannabis. It was weed. I didn't want to smoke weed. And so once I eliminated that from my diet, I lost almost 180 pounds. But I started having a lot of medical conditions. So I'd have uncontrollable tremors, a lot of types of GI issues. It just was not a good thing. My parents would have to come. I lived in the city at the time, in New York City, I should say. And they'd have to come in from New Jersey, come and get me, bring me to the ER. Doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. Started incorporating cannabis back in. A lot of the issues subsided, especially the GI issues. It wasn't until around a couple years later I started hearing about CBD. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2013, and I decided to incorporate CBD. So Charlotte's Web, you guys have mentioned before, that was the CBD that I started with. From me starting that, I did not have to take a Xanax. I haven't taken a Xanax in almost 5 years because of that. I also then made a trip to Denver with my ex-boyfriend, and I tried a Mary's Medicinal 1-to-1 ratio THC CBD patch. I couldn't walk for more than 5 to 10 minutes. That same day, I put that patch on, I walked 5 miles. So I was sold. I came back to New Jersey. I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm going to work at a dispensary. I'm doing this. I got my job at New Jersey's top dispensary currently, Breakwater. It's in Cranberry. And I worked the plants, I worked the patients. And from that, I became a patient myself and just realized New Jersey had huge gaps, like flower only, 2-ounce limit. I mean, I know 2 ounces is a lot technically, but it's not. Especially if you're like me, you need to make topicals and you need edibles. So I started RxMaryJade. I, just did like me smoking, fun stuff like that, strain reviews, little, product testing kind of things. But once we did a party over the summer, I had made from some CBD I had left over, made this product right here, just because I've been a massage therapist for almost 12 years. Someone actually had used this on their child for their bumps, bruises, scraped scars. And it was just like a little small, I was giving it away at the party, whatever. As soon as they told me that is helping kids, I was like, I'm making this. But it helps with like peripheral neuropathy. So I actually use peppermint and cinnamon in this product because I believe in synergy. I believe in whole plant medicine. I believe in using multiple plants, not just cannabis. That's the thing, is like we get hung up on cannabis helping us, and it's not just cannabis. There's other plants that contain cannabinoids as well. And also plants that work with the same receptors. So the TRPV1 receptors, they're actually, those are actually, I make them because I have a lot of pain for my legs. I like fall down a lot, things like that. Those receptors are also in your legs. They work with the cinnamon. They work with the peppermint because they also contain those similar vanilloids.
Flavonoids. Yeah.
So sorry if I'm speaking gibberish or whatever, but this is the stuff that I like to learn about. I want to make this something that's part of my life where, as my friend over here had said, you're just trying to get high all the time. Your family just sees it. You're just trying to get high. No, I'm trying to get well.
Thank you.
I'm trying to get well.
Yes.
You know what? They will prescribe you a Prozac, right? And the Prozac makes you feel happy. It makes you feel better. It makes you not depressed. What does cannabis do?
Same thing.
It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel not depressed.
Right.
But with that, you do need talk therapy. You do need to incorporate because that's the same thing that they would do if you took that medicine. So you need to actually treat this like the medicine as well. Treat yourself. You're worth it. It's been so long that we have to hide in an alley. We have to be the one that sneak out at dinner.
In the
We have to,
basement.
making pipes out of soda cans, using a Gatorade bottle to make a bong. I'm not saying that. Maybe I've done all of these things.
I have.
Yes, the apple. You know what? And that is good for you. That's fine. And the apple is fine. You can use the apple, guys. But you're worth it. You're worth it. The cannabis is going to flourish. This plant, from the root to the fruit. You can use the whole thing. You can use the whole thing. And it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. So I'm glad that people are asking questions about, am I using it too much? How am I using it? What am I, like, am I doing this wrong? Like, maybe. Sometimes we all do things wrong. But the important thing is that you have the questions and you're seeking the knowledge and you're not just blindly using this medicine. So with my topical, it's only 60 milligrams. Because the problem with when people are coming into CBD products, not just ingestibles or vaporizing inhalation methods, but also topicals, people are just like slapping, 400 milligrams, boom, that feels good. But you don't know your therapeutic level. So now you have no clue what made you feel good. You just know 400. Try doing that with the THC edible.
Oh.
How you fare. I mean, I probably enjoyed it, but most wouldn't. So it starts at 60 milligrams. It's a nice kind of beginner thing. That's why it's really good for kids. It's just enough. It's just enough to get for you to see if CBD is something that can help you, if it's something that can work. And the best part is, I was just making it for pain. People are using it in their hair. People are using it as chapstick, using it on their face. I use it for my massages.
Good spot treatment for acne.
Yes, and that's what I've had people that
I've
have
used it
been
for
using.
spot treatment.
Yeah, for acne as well, and especially because there's cinnamon and peppermint in it. Well, they have those antimicrobial properties already. That's right. Yeah. So it's also helping your skin. It'll make you look younger, guys. But I guess I want to hear some questions from you guys. If you have anything in regards to chronic pain, in regards to usage, like are you curious about CBD? And the pamphlets that I made, take. And you guys are here getting this information. Give it to your grandma. Give it to the guy down the street. Give it to your friend who's taking too many pills and you know that they are, but they're not telling anybody. Leave it somewhere. Leave it at the place where you see those people doing all the things that you know that they shouldn't be doing. Yeah. Leave it there. That's all I ask. She was first in the back.
Okay. So do you have more pamphlets and stuff up there, like that we could possibly take with us?
Yeah, I should have some extras.
And cream for sale.
Yes, and I do have
Oh,
mine.
and how much is the cream?
The cream is $35 and it is 4 ounces in the jar. The jar can last you, depends what you're using it for, but
Yeah.
it can last you for a long time. 'Cause it's
I've had a jar
shaken.
last for 6 months.
So
Yeah.
it's an investment, depending on what you want.
Depending on how thick it's almost like a salve, and it really works. I've tried many of them.
That's why it's also really, I like it for the massages I do. I do neuromuscular therapy and I do trigger point therapy, so I focus on hyper-irritable spots in your muscles. I also focus on activating the Golgi tendon organs so that I can get your muscles to relax. Basically, I trick the nervous system into relaxing, get your muscles to relax, and then go in and kill the problem.
Is that necessarily when, like, just say you have a client who is getting a massage by you, and you feel that they're not relaxing as much as you want them to? Is that where your cream comes in, or the CBD comes in?
Ideally, and also when I'm dealing with somebody that I know is going to have, like they have chronic pain, where like I have fibromyalgia, so in some spots they're tender. So the CBD kind of helps make it a less painful experience. Exactly. While I'm
when you're
triggered.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you know.
So, exactly, and it's going to reduce the inflammation during the session and after the session as well. So you kind of leave with a nice buzz. It's
I'm trying to have that feeling before you go home.
It's a nice.
Yeah, we got a back room over there. We be doing massages.
So that's what I always like to say. CBD calms the body down. That's what I've done. THC is the high component. So for anybody who needs that.
That euphoria is.
You say you work at a dispensary?
I used to work at a dispensary for almost 2 years in New Jersey. Yes.
Or you do cultivate as well, stuff like that?
I worked more along the lines of the trimming, and then from trimming and packaging, then I actually worked with the patients directly. So I was a bud tender, I did reception and health coach as well.
That's awesome. So do you need to get it in like large quantities in order to be able to make this? Like how does that work with the laws and availability?
So the way nothing that I'm doing is via a dispensary. This is all me personally selling my private product as a massage therapist. I'm selling a massage cream. But I purchased all my CBD. It's CO2 extracted CBD from Colorado. I have it shipped here. I only make a small batch, so I hand make jars, 25 of them a month. I literally count the drops of essential oil, everything that goes into every single jar. That's why on the label, the first ingredient is love. Because love hurts, and it hurts making those jars. But yeah, it's all through me. It's just my small little project that I'm working on to help really for beginners, for people to understand, to be able to experience CBD by somebody that they trust too, because like Myra said, 7-Eleven. Yeah.
There's like 0 shots of CBD in there.
Are you gonna go to 7-Eleven for heart medicine? No. Yeah, I didn't think so. So that's the same concept. Since it's not FDA regulated, there's so much garbage out there. So much garbage. That's why if you're gonna purchase things in store, I was sticking with Charlotte's Web, something that I know is strain specific because all the strains will affect you different, and they are each different hemp crops as well. So always try when you're trying CBD, try different kinds, because like I just got from a company, Supportive Naturals. That makes me super alert to take that in the morning. But I got something from Mitch's Medicinal. They didn't even pay me for this, guys. And that makes me very tired at night. But it's perfect. It was also perfect because at the event I got it at, somebody just gave it to me, and I was in the middle of a panic attack. So you could think how easy it would be to go, oh, can you get a Xanax and somebody get a pill somewhere? But luckily I was at CBD yoga, and I tried some Mitch's, and within like 5 minutes, nothing. I had no jitters, no shakes, anything. When I was clear and focused, and I worked until 1 a.m.
Might be a silly question, maybe not.
No silly question.
No, right?
Do CBD products ever expire, or just stop working?
That's a good question.
Yeah. You weren't a cream. But I purchased all my CBD. It's CO2 extracted CBD from Colorado. I have it shipped here. I only make a small batch, so I hand make jars, 25 of them a month. I literally count the drops of essential oil, everything that goes into every single jar. That's why on the label, the first ingredient is love. Because love hurts, and it hurts making those jars. But yeah, it's all through me. It's just my small little project that I'm working on to help really for beginners, for people to understand, to be able to experience CBD by somebody that they trust too, because like Myra said, 7-Eleven. Yeah.
There's like 0 shots of CBD in there.
Are you gonna go to 7-Eleven for heart medicine? No. Yeah, I didn't think so. So that's the same concept. Since it's not FDA regulated, there's so much garbage out there. So much garbage. That's why if you're gonna purchase things in store, I was sticking with Charlotte's Web, something that I know is strain specific because all the strains will affect you different, and they are each different hemp crops as well. So always try when you're trying CBD, try different kinds, because like I just got from a company, Supportive Naturals. That makes me super alert to take that in the morning. But I got something from Mitch's Medicinal. They didn't even pay me for this, guys. And that makes me very tired at night. But it's perfect. It was also perfect because at the event I got it at, somebody just gave it to me, and I was in the middle of a panic attack. So you could think how easy it would be to go, oh, can you get a Xanax and somebody get a pill somewhere? But luckily I was at CBD yoga, and I tried some Mitch's, and within like 5 minutes, nothing. I had no jitters, no shakes, anything. When I was clear and focused, and I worked until 1 a.m.
Might be a silly question, maybe not.
No silly question.
No, right?
Do CBD products ever expire, or just stop working?
That's a good question.
Yeah. You definitely want to keep it out of the sun. I tend to keep mine, not the shea butter too cold just because it's like even when I was in the car, it got like rock solid. Yeah. But definitely keep it cold. I would say within a year. Like people were telling me, like technically it should be 6 months, but if you have it at home, I would say within that year, you know, start thinking about how to recycle it. Yeah, exactly.